What's up guys, Artem MMA Analysis here, going to be making another video on Road to UFC Singapore, which is going to be absolutely insane in 2022. And early in June, there's going to be 8-man tournaments across 125, 135, 145 and 155 pound weight classes. And I've got the roster, I've got the full roster in my hands right now. I will be putting it in the pinned comments as well. If you don't know what Road to UFC is, please read my article introducing it. But this video is pretty much going to be talking about the Road to UFC 155 pound lightweight group, or the lightweight roster. To start with, we'll be talking about one little disclaimer. My list may not be fully accurate. Some weight classes may be slightly incorrect. For example, Top Noi is listed as a flyweight, even though most of his fights are at 130 pounds. I did the best with the information I had to put 8 fighters in each weight class. So this list may have 1 or 2 fighters wrong, but for the most part I do genuinely believe that it is pretty accurate. The first fighter is Ali Muratbek, the second fighter is Won Bin Ki, the third fighter is Patrick Sho Usami, we've got Kiyomi Matsushima, who is 12-5, Ahmad Suhail Hassanzada, who is 8-1, Jika Espirito Saragi, Anga Hans, and we also have Balajin, who is 17-2. So looking at the records of the guys, let's just have a quick look. Ali Muratbek is 9-2, and he is on a decent win streak himself, fighting in WLF, which is a pretty popular Chinese regional promotion. A lot of UFC fighters from China have actually come from that. I reckon his best win recently has come over Zitan, who was 10-3 at the time, but he does have a win over Yubi Jali recently, who was 16-10. Decent win streak here for Ali Muratbek. I would say he's on like an 8-fight win streak right now, which is pretty impressive for him. Won Bin Ki's fighting out of South Korea, who is 15-7 record, and he is 31 years old. Unfortunately for him, he is only on a little bit of a 1-fight win streak, but he has been in there, and he did make it to decision with Ray Yoon Uk, who I believe is actually currently the ONE FC 155 pound champion. So that's actually not too bad of a loss to have on your record, man. Ray Yoon Uk also holds a win over Eddie Alvarez as well, and also Christian Lee, who is an insane prospect right now as well. So Ray Yoon Uk, not too bad of a loss to have on your record. He's also been in there with a couple of good guys as well. Patrick Sho Usami, he's got a 4-1 record, and that's all the MMA experience he has. He's got 4 wins. He's got 3 wins by KO at least, but he's only 21 years old, so he's definitely got time to improve as well. And he does fight out of Japan, but I don't know how I feel about his chances to win the tournament in this one here, compared to guys like Kiyomi Matsushima, who is 12-5. He's 29 years old. Once again, also coming off a loss. And he's been signed off a loss. He's been in there with Martin Nguyen. Gary Tanon, who recently lost actually on ONE FC to Tan Lee. Tan Lee, I believe, is actually the current champion. So Gary Tanon recently actually is a title challenger for ONE FC, coming off his win off Koyomi. So that's actually pretty good. Boost to the confidence there. He's got a win over Murat Gafarov, who was 16-1 at the time. He's got a win over Won Kwon, who was 7-1 at the time as well. Like, this guy's been in there with some of the best guys over at ONE. So I feel like Koyomi, although the record is 12-5, I feel like he does have the experience with some of the highest level competition in the world already. Ahmad Suhail Hassanzada, he's fighting out of Afghanistan, and he is the only fighter fighting out of Afghanistan on the entire roster. He's fighting at lightweight here, and he's on a little bit of a 3-fight win streak here over 3 undefeated fighters actually. In fact, 1 win, his most recent one, came in LFA 124 over James Wilson, where he was actually a pretty sizable underdog in that fight there. He's plus 205 underdog, and James Wilson was actually about minus 275 as a favourite. Most people were picking Wilson to win, but Hassanzada was able to get the upset in LFA, and he punched his ticket into Road to UFC tournament with that win. Jika Espirito Saragi, who's got a 9-2 record. He is on a 1-fight win streak with his 1 loss coming to Anga Hans, and believe it or not guys, Anga Hans is actually in the tournament as well. So that's pretty crazy to kind of think about. We can already make a connection between 2 fighters. He does have the win over Agung Mualana by TKO in 2020. He has not fought since 2020, so hopefully he has made some improvements here, so we can bounce back with a win in Road to UFC. Anga Hans is 13-2, and he is got that win over GK Esperano Singh, which is actually aged pretty well, because now he's also in the tournament, so he's going to be going in there knowing that he already holds a win, a finished win over a guy that's in the tournament as well. So it's definitely going to be helping his confidence there as well. He's on a very good win streak right now. I believe that is a 7-fight win streak for him Wins over guys that are actually not too bad, 5-2, 4-2, 18-1. Jeka Esperado Singh, who was in the tournament as well. But moving on, we've got Bellator, and Bellator is my pick to win the whole thing, guys. He's 17-2. He's got a great record. The guys that he has fought, yeah, not necessarily the highest level in the world, but he's riding like a 14 fight win streak or something absolutely insane like that. It's going to take a lot to stop him. I feel like maybe he's one of the favourites to win the entire tournament at 155. He's got the win over Rafael Souza, who was 10-3 at the time. He's got the win over Aziz Kadaev, who was 17-5 at the time, and since then he has actually been winning decisions over guys that he probably should be finishing. Let's be honest. At a guy that experience, he should be getting finishes over a guy that is 6-10 or a guy that is 1-0. But moving on, man, I feel like Bellator, Unger Hans is definitely probably a favourite to win the whole thing as well. I would actually throw Koyomi Matsushima in there as a favourite to win the whole thing, even though he is coming into the tournament off a loss. That's not a bad loss to have, in my opinion. I personally won't be picking Patrick Show to win the whole thing. I think Won Bin Ki, he's got good experience as well. We could see him get a win in the tournament at least. But I feel like my three favourites to win the whole thing is Bellator. We've also got Unger Hans as well. I think he's a good favourite to win the whole thing. And Koyomi Matsushima at the moment is a potential favourite to win the entire tournament. They're my three picks to win the whole thing. So let me know what you think in the comments as well. I'm going to be making videos on the bonus fighters as well. I've already made videos on all 4 weight classes, all 32 fighters in the 4 weight classes, but there are bonus fights. If you guys don't know about the bonus fights, I'm making a video on that too. So let's just get straight into it.